Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to COD Zombies HQ, where we're here chilling in the headquarters. We have a bunch of news and information to talk about. That includes confirmation of 5 new game modes coming to Call of Duty WW2, and one of Sledgehammer's co-studio heads, Michael Condrey, makes big waves with a tweet that lets us know about a new feature that we didn't even know was in the game. If you do enjoy today's video, I would always appreciate a thumbs up, and hey, leave a comment down below letting me know which one of these 5 new game modes you're looking forward to the most. So a bit of background on why we know exactly what these game modes are and that they'll be coming to COD WW2 very soon. The game modes actually seem to be already finished and playable within the actual code of the game right now. It seems like the only change that needs to be made is for Sledgehammer to flip a switch to create a public playlist for these game modes in order for us to play them. We know that the Winter Siege event, which starts on December 8th, has promised us new game modes, so hopefully these will actually be released on December 8th or around that time so that we can finally get playing them. So these are the 5 new game modes coming to the game. Number 1 is Gun Game. We obviously knew that this was coming for a while now. If you look within your combat record or another player's combat record within this game, you'll see Gun Game already listed there, but with obviously no stats because there isn't a public playlist for it. The game mode itself plays like you would expect and is just basically waiting a flip to be switched from Sledgehammer in order for us to play it too. The second mode, and the mode that I'm personally most looking forward to, is that of Infection. They're bringing Infected back into Call of Duty WW2, humans versus the infected in a hide-and-seek like game mode that if you haven't experienced in Call of Duty before, it's a lot of fun. Before it was an official game mode, back in prior games, there would always be people trying to set up custom Infection games or Michael Myers games, and now that we know it's officially going to be coming to Call of Duty WW2, it's definitely a welcome sign. The next game mode we're going to be getting is called Lockdown. It's essentially domination with 3 flags on the map, but you have to stay within a certain radius of the flag in order for you to actually get points for your team. If you move outside of that radius, the flag becomes neutral again. Kind of 3 areas of the map, and if you're holding a point, you have to find a kind of defensible position within that radius of the flag cap in order to lock it down. Next up, we have a game mode called Demolition. Think of Demolition as search and destroy with respawns enabled. So there'll be 2 bomb sites that players can either defend or attack, but obviously again the biggest difference is that in this game mode respawn is enabled. And the last new game mode is called Control. From what I understand, Control seems to be almost like a 1 flag domination match where one team is trying to cap a central flag and the other team is trying to obviously take it away from them. I'm not 100% sure if the actual flag location will rotate similar to Hardpoint, but the difference here is that compared to Hardpoint, this is a flag that needs to be captured, not necessarily an area that just needs to be overrun with your team. So those are the 5 new game modes that are already ready to rock within the game files. Hopefully they'll unleash it onto the public match sphere pretty soon. I'm really looking forward to Infected. I can't wait to play that again in a public lobby. But now moving over to our second story of the day, Michael Condrey, one of the co-studio heads over at Sledgehammer, really set the record straight in terms of if social score affects your supply drop earnings. He said this, correction, social score does not affect your supply drop loot. Social score is tier based, that's level based, right? The higher tier, the better rewards you earn. What he means by the higher tier, the better rewards you earn is basically the rewards you get from leveling up your social score. So whether it's like the Wilco variant for the Thompson or 1000 armory credits or XP, things like that. He's not talking about your supply drop rates. Lastly, he says, which is very interesting, top tier gets your gamer tag Verify. Expanding a little bit, Condrey said, well, I said some people can get verified. It's up to you. Do you have what it takes? And by what it takes, we assume it means to get the top tier, to get the highest level max rank in your social score. So you basically have to be commended a whole bunch of times or play lots and lots of 1v1s in order to get quote-unquote verified. Now, we don't know what the top tier or max social score rank is And we don't really know what verified is either. We assume that if you've seen in the thumbnail, it's almost going to be like Twitter, where maybe you'll have like a check mark beside your name, or your name will be listed in a different color from other players in the headquarters to know that you're quote-unquote verified. And for our third story of the day, for all our zombies peeps out there, Cameron Dayton, one of the creative directors for Sledgehammer behind the Zombies mode, tweeted this out saying, "So many creative voices out there, and yet nobody has tried listening to the untold vocal bunch of corpses," right? So he's basically referring to the noises that the zombies make within the final Reich. We know that they seem to be kind of talkative if you ever listen to them. Nobody has actually deciphered what they're saying, so this Sledgehammer dev is definitely trying to point us in that direction, hopefully leading to a new Easter egg on that map. Well, that wraps up today's edition of the show, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you haven't seen the first episode of Call of Duty World War II Myth Busting, which we posted yesterday, definitely go ahead and check that out. But otherwise, I'll see you with another Call of Duty World War II video tomorrow. Peace out.